Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom to the Torah Shahs, Yash Allah, giving of course, all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Mashak, Wamalak, Yahweh Shah. That's all praises, honor, glorification unto the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. His brother, Yash Allah, coming back to y'all yet another video through the Spirit Power, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Mashak, Wamalak, Yahweh Shah. Alright, so I'm going to get straight into this. Okay, this is, let's go to the book of 3 John, chapter 1, and verse 13. All right, 3 John chapter 1, verse 13, it says, I had many things to write, but I would not with ink and pen write unto thee. But I trust I shall shortly see thee, and will slack it, and we shall speak face to face. Peace be to thee. Our friends salute thee. Greet the friends by thy name. So, or by my name, right? Or by name. Slack it, right? So on a spiritual level, now this is on a physical level. Right, John, he desired to see the other fellow laborers in this thing, right? But on a spiritual level, guess what? Let's read verse 13 on a spiritual lens. Because remember, you have things on a physical level, but you also have things on a spiritual level, right? It says what? I had many things to write, but I will not with ink and pen write unto thee. So we only know the Lord through ink and pen, if you have ears to hear. We only read about Yahweh Shah. But we haven't seen him with bodily eyes, as the Lord states. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 1, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 1 and verse number 37. It says, I take to witness the grace of the people to come, whose little ones rejoice in gladness. And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes, yet in spirit they believe the thing that I say. So the Lord is saying that what? Though certain people, they haven't seen the Lord with bodily eyes. That's talking about us. We haven't seen Yahweh Shah with our bodily eyes, right? But guess what? We still believe in the spirit the things that the Most High says, right? We still believe that Yahweh Shah is real. We still believe that the chariots are real. We still believe in the Lord, though we have not seen him with our bodily eyes. We only know the Lord through ink and pen, through the scriptures, right? Through the books. That's how we know the Lord. But that's the only way we know now. But in the wilderness, guess what? You're going to meet the Lord. When you get beamed up into the chariots, you might be beamed up and you might meet the Lord in the air, right? As it states, let's go to the book of 1 Thessalonians 4, I believe, right? Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 4. You might actually meet the Lord in the air, right? It says what? This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 14. For if we believe that Yahweh Shah died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahweh Shah will the Most High bring with him. Talking about the resurrection, right? You have certain people that's sleeping, that have fell asleep in the Lord. Meaning, like for example, Stephen. He died, right? He died, but he was in the truth. He still believed in Yahweh Shah. So when you read in the book of Acts chapter 7, it will tell you that when he got stoned, it wouldn't say that he died. It would say that he fell asleep, right? Which is a euphemised version or way of saying that he died, but he really hasn't died. He hasn't died. It's like he hasn't died really, because if you believe in Yahweh Shah, you have everlasting life, right? He just has fell asleep, right, and is preserved until the day of the resurrection. Verse 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. So those that are alive and remain, right? You're going to have certain people that's going to be alive, right, and remain in this thing, that actually make it out of Jacob's trouble, right, and is still alive. Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 13, right? Let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 13, right? And verse okay, hold on. Right. This is the book of all praises, 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 23. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that be dead. You see that? So they're going to be certain people that's going to be left behind, right? That's going to be preserved by the Most High God. That's going to make it out, right? And actually be delivered, right? Make it out of Jacob's trouble. Let's go back to this. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Mahashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. All right. So that's comfort right there. You being able to know that you're going to meet the Lord face to face. You know, you've been reading about him all these years, all that time, right? All that time, hours you spent reading the scriptures, right? You spent reading about Paul. You spent reading about that. All that time you spent reading about Yahushua. All that time you spent about reading about Jeremiah and Isaiah, right? And all these mighty prophets and mighty men, righteous women, right? Judith, Esther, right? Sarah, Rebecca, right? Deborah, et cetera, et cetera. You spent so many times reading about your forefathers and about Yahushua. Guess what? That time is coming when you're actually going to meet him face to face, man, right? And especially, Yahushua, right? Especially Yahushua. 3 John 1 and 13, right? I had many things to write, but I will not with ink and pen write unto thee. So we only know the Lord through ink and pen, of course, through our spirit, but, on a physical level, we can only read about him and we can only imagine about him, right? Verse 14. But I trust I shall shortly see thee, and we shall speak face to face. Peace be with thee. Our friends salute thee. Greet the friends by name. So we trust that we're going to see the Lord shortly, right? And he's coming back, right? So with that, all praises to Yahweh Bashan, Yahweh Shah, Lord willing and satisfying. Shalom.